So I don't normally agree with what Jimmy Kimmel has to say about politics and about Trump and about the culture. I almost never. Now I may watch his show sometimes or catch something that I think is funny. I think one of the funniest bits he does is whenever he goes out on the street and he does that thing, which I guess you can't do that anymore because of COVID, but I saw this clip on Breaking 911, and it was posted about an hour ago, and I thought it was very interesting. Even the far left, and Jimmy Kimmel and all of these late night people are as far left as you can get. They're starting to realize that they're losing. Now, I think they're winning in other things, but when it comes to this cancel culture, they're making people that are moderate Democrats, that are just normal everyday people, come to the right. And he said something very interesting. He said, this is how Trump is going to get reelected. Take a look at this.
Today, in case you don't know, is Dr. Seuss's birthday. Dr. Seuss was born 117 years ago today. And to honor this special day, Dr. Seuss Enterprises announced that 6 of his books will no longer be published because they contain racist and insensitive imagery. I love that there's something called Dr. Seuss Enterprises. How great would it be to work there, you know? And not only are they pulling some of the books out of print, they're also tweaking some of the books that are in print to make them more inclusive. For instance, we now have The Cat in the Problematic Headdress, How the Grinch Appropriated Native American Culture, Hop on Pop with His Consent, Horton Hears a They, Horton hears a misogynist joke and reports it to HR, There's a Wocket in My Ethically Sourced Sustainable Pocket, No Eggs or Ham, that's a vegan thing, I guess, and Yertle the Gender Fluid Turtle. And other stories. This is how Trump gets reelected, by the way. Cancel Dr. Seuss, cancel Abe Lincoln, melt down Mr. Potato Head's private parts and throw them at the Muppets. This is his path to victory the next time around.
And so a lot of people were confused about how those two things kind of correlated, but I think it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. The more and more things that get canceled, and everyday people don't understand why they're getting canceled. I mean, why in the world is Dr. Seuss getting canceled after 80 years? Why is Mr. Potato Head getting canceled after 60 years? Why are these things, Aunt Jemima, all these things, these normal everyday Americans don't understand. I don't understand why they're going after these things. But it's going to make people vote for Trump if he runs again in 2024, which it sounded like the other day at CPAC. He probably would. And he probably would win by even more. But, like I said on the podcast, on this most recent episode of the podcast, until we figure out what happened with the election, I don't know if people are going to vote. So, I don't know. It's very interesting coming from Jimmy Kimmel. Even he sees that there's a problem here. But give me your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Let me know. And thanks for watching.